She would find that very disappointing. They must be aware because the case was brought against them.
Because the chief constable is the figurehead for our constabulary.
Yeah.
Now she's ultimately in charge of us all. She's responsible for us all.
Yeah.
So everything that we say and do, she's responsible for. Because she's a very, very good detective as well as
Who's the chief constable?
a chief constable.
What's her name?
Sarah Crew.
Okay.
She would want to know the full facts of this investigation.
Okay.
Because as I said, I find it genuinely, I think she would be as much, if not more, disappointed than I am. I'm very disappointed that if that's the case, that our colleague, A, suffered with that behaviour to start with, and then a further colleague tried to support and back that person, wasn't supported either.
Okay.
I find that genuinely very disappointing.
Is that this car that's running?
It is not my car, no.
Do you know what? And again, I'm going to say this. Do you know whose car that is?
No.
You've got no idea?
No.
Well, let me say that this car needs to be reported. And the reason why it needs to be reported is because it's idling and there's nobody in it. Again, these are the things which, why I film, because it's not lawful. This is something which I would again say to you, because I've got you here, that you should be looking at and thinking, hold on a second, this guy's here filming me, asking me about incidents, about police. This lady's already come out and...
But I don't need to take immediate action for this, because A, you've kept me for 38 minutes.
Okay.
Past the time I'm supposed to have left home.
Yep, okay.
To go home.
Yep.
Which out of the goodness of my heart, I've
Okay,
spoken
okay,
to you
okay.
about this.
Okay.
This vehicle and the registration number will be recorded on the CCTV at the police station.
Yeah.
So if I choose to do something about it tomorrow, I can deal with it tomorrow.
But, okay. Anyway, so just,
it's
no,
not
but
an
just by saying
immediate
if you
necessity, is
choose,
it?
just by saying if you choose, it kind of now dampens my enthusiasm by simply saying it's not as if you choose your police officer. Yeah.
No, I have the power of discretion.
Okay.
Under law.
So that means everybody. Yeah, but anyway,
Yeah.
just because this is probably a police officer's car, yeah, it shouldn't be a discretional thing. It should be like, actually, again, like I said, you're right. He is idling. How long has this car been idling? Good 10, 15 minutes. It will be on the video. Yeah. Right. And again, on the video, because I'm gonna.
Yes, if you go down here and turn right, there's a front office. You can hand it in there, okay?
So I've taken the number plate of this car, yeah, and I would hope that you would, not out of discretion. Oh look, see, they've turned it off because they've realised that I've just probably taken the number plate, yeah. But I hope that you would find out whose car it was and let them know that again, they can't be doing stuff like that.
But they would get some appropriate words of advice. Yeah.
Yes, appropriate words. So
As a minimum.
but it shouldn't be a discretionary thing. It should be a thing. They should get it, because if that was a normal person out there idling up to a point, and somebody come along and said, "Oh, mate, you can't be idling like that." Yeah, it's actually against the law.
It is under the Road Traffic Act. It is.
So therefore, there shouldn't be a discretional thing. You've just said that it's against the law. It should be reported,
No,
or
but
this
as a
car
police
should be
officer-
reported. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's
I'm just
fine.
saying.
Yeah, yeah.
It is against the
I'm
law. You
just
said
saying.
Road Traffic Act. It should be reported. I'm not asking you to
But
explain
I'm just
anymore.
saying,
No. It's against the law. You just said Road Traffic Act. It's against the law.
Yeah.
They should be reported, not discretionary. They should be reported. This is what I'm trying to say. And do you know the reason why I say that?
No.
Because if they were reported, they wouldn't do it again.
But as I've said to you, I have the power of discretion by law. I have, throughout my police service, when I was in uniform, I've seen many people on a cold morning start their engine to warm the car up and leave that car to go in the house, to pick up their bag, or to pick up a cup
Well, this
of
is
tea,
2022.
whatever.
Yeah, zero emissions, zero everything. And to tell you the truth, the man was, or whoever's car this was taking a mickey, because they've got remote control to start it. We're having a conversation and they've idled their car to make noise, to do whatever, to be sort of, oh, you know, I'll have a laugh. That's what it's about, yeah. And I can see that, yeah. I could see when that police officer, the sergeant, was just troddling off, didn't want to lay back. I can see all these things. They're very blatant, very. But the issue that I'm bringing today isn't necessarily about these things.
No.
It's about something which was much more serious,
Yes.
as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But these little things here, they encourage the culture of people sticking together, because you can discretionarily go to him or to this person and say, do you know what, you did it. But if you've done something about it as an officer, then that's when it's stamped out. Do you know what, I can't do this around that person because they're serious. They'll do this, they'll do that. The same with the sergeant. Sergeant, don't let me see you do that again, because...
So what you're actually saying to me then is, I should have zero tolerance in my work as a whole then. So when I see that member of the public doing exactly the same thing on a public road,
Yeah.
which is where the offence actually relates to,
Okay.
not on private land,
Okay.
on a public road, I should just then...
No, you
If
should
that
stand.
person
You should stand there for
prosecute them-
15 minutes and
you
wait
said
and
to
see.
me,
He's been doing it for 15
if
minutes.
we're going to talk about culture there,
No, he's been doing it for
and
15
you
minutes.
want me to deal with everything with zero tolerance,
Okay.
I won't let anybody off with anything then.
Yeah, but you will, because you tell me that you do things as discretionary. So you will,
No,
regardless
you're
if I
now
said to you,
encouraging me
yeah, I would be encouraging
to
you.
not do what I think is right.
If they're breaking the law, then why shouldn't you be
All right, okay.
zero
So
to
you're
everybody?
You're asking me then, instead of actually, because
I'm not asking you anything.
As I've said to you,
I'm not asking you
I've
anything.
seen many people.
Okay,
leave
so I'm
their
not
car
asking you anything.
And the engine's running.
I'm just telling you
Have
in
I ever
this
prosecuted
particular-
any of them? No.
Okay, so I'm telling you in this
So what
particular
you're actually asking me to do
occasion.
now is actually take a zero tolerance on
Right.
everything that I deal with. Does
Okay.
the public really want that?
So let me just say
The
something.
people that are
Stop-
watching
okay,
your
hold on,
video
just let me just say
and
something.
to watch your video, you're now encouraging me.
Okay,
to
let me
take a
just say
zero
something. Let me just say something. Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll just say it. I could report this person.
You could.
Right. Yeah? But do you know why I wouldn't bother report it? Because it's not going to go nowhere.
Why would it not go anywhere?
Well, because it won't. It's going to be just rubbished off like everybody, like you said, oh, don't worry about it. We'll get rid of this. And it doesn't happen. I can imagine, right, that it wouldn't go anywhere. Put it this way. I've videoed police outside a police station and reported them in a police car idling.
What, unattended idling?
No, they're in the car idling. They're in
That's
the car.
not a crime.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, the offence for which you're referring to, which is similar to what this is, but as I've already told you, it has to be on a road, and this isn't a road.
So this is not part of the public highway?
No, this is private land.
What's private land?
This is private.
Where does it say private land?
Well, it belongs to the police station, so it's private.
Where does it say that? It doesn't.
So the
It-
offence
there's
for
no.
which-
There's actually
I'm
no
not gonna argue
sign.
with you,
Well, I'm
but
telling
the
you.
offence- the offence
So if
for
I
which
come
we're
along
talking
as a
about
public
is
person and
actually
parked here, you're told.
You're gonna listen to
Would
what
you
I'm
would you
saying?
clamp me?
It's
I'm just
actually
asking.
quitting.
Would you clamp me if I came here and parked in this spot?
No, because the likelihood is we'd know who you are, but you'd be visiting the police station.
So therefore, it's publicly accessible,
Well,
and it's part of the
well,
highway.
well,
But
as-
anyway,
well, as you've already
semantics.
said, the police service is public to all, isn't it?
It is. So
Because
this is
we police
public.
by consent.
This is part of the public highway, surely.
Yeah, we police by
Anyway.
consent. But the offence for which you're referring to is
Yeah.
actually called quitting. And
Quitting?
quitting relates to an unattended vehicle with the engine running.
Okay.
So if two people are sat in that vehicle, they haven't quit the vehicle, have they?
Put it this way. I've videoed police outside a police station and reported them in a police car idling.
What, unattended idling?
No, they're in the car idling.
Because they're present with the vehicle. It's a safety thing. It's not to do with emissions or anything else. It's to do with the fact that you've left the vehicle unattended with the engine running. For
Okay.
A, the possibility that it could be stolen. B, the fact that if for some strange reason or quirk of fate or malfunction in the vehicle or whatever, that all of a sudden that vehicle clicks into gear, it's then going to be dangerous, isn't it?
Okay.
That's the issue. It's got nothing to do with
Okay.
emissions.
My viewers who
Yeah.
watch this may have different information. but I'm sure that even if you're inside a vehicle, you shouldn't be idling your car.
No, there's no offence.
Okay.
No, it's called quitting. It's to do with people that aren't in a vehicle and the vehicle's unattended and the vehicle's running.
Okay. Do you know what? It's really been a great conversation. Yeah?
Yes.
I'm going to go over there and audit some of those vehicles in that thing. And then, yeah, cool. It's fine.
Lovely.
Thank you very much for your time, basically.
You're very welcome.
If you can, I would encourage you to see if what I've said is true. Probably can't do anything about it anyway, but it'd probably be good to know about the essence of what happened. Yeah?
I think I've got the essence, though. You've told me the essence, haven't you?
Okay.
What I would like to do is I would like to gain a full idea of exactly what has happened.
Mm-hmm.
And if documents of the tribunal were made available,
Mm-hmm.
then I would be very happy to see what those documents refer to and the allegation that's been made.
Okay, then that sounds like a...
And if that was on the public website, then I'd be very interested to see that.
Okay, yeah, sounds like a plan somehow. Well, the video will be up, probably be your name attached to it.
That's fine.
YouTube,
can I check it out? Is it
you
on
will
YouTube?
be, yeah, it will be on YouTube.
Fabulous.
I won't tell you what channel, but I'll just
I'm sure I can search my own name on
yeah, and this station as well, within about a week or so. So
all right.
I won't put your number on, although...
Do you want to shake my hand? It's nice to talk to you.
Well, it's not worth shaking hands. I'm not going to not shake a hand. I will fist pump that simply because of
COVID and all that.
Yeah,
That's fair
COVID
enough.
and that.
Well, it's nice to talk to you.
Yeah, I've got no... I wasn't here to antagonise, and it's not a word that I liked. Your number...
I understood that.
Yeah, your number plate won't be on it. I don't need to have your car. This number plate will be on it because, like I said, as far as I'm concerned, it was an offence. Yeah. That police officer, that sergeant, if you can have a word, see if she heard what I said, although she'll probably say no. Yeah, but still, she realised when I said to her, why is she asking you? She did realise that she wasn't being very polite to me.
Yeah.
Because it was a conversation we was having, and she walked up and just interrupted it just like that.
I think you could probably understand that when people attend a police station videoing things, there is a security concern.
No, don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there.
Well, no,
don't go there. It's called Pinnock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Photography is not a crime.
No,
yeah.
I didn't
It's
say it was.
PINCA.
No, but,
Right.
No, but what I'm saying is, we as the police service are concerned
PINAC.
about the heightened security level.
Pinnock. PINAC.
And I'm sure all she's come down to ask and inquire.
You're say that again. You're concerned of security.
Well, yeah, because we're in heightened security situations, aren't we? We're subjected to terrorism threats and threats from local extremists in this country. So therefore,
no, that's not true. That actually isn't true, but it's not. There's not been an attack on a police station apart from back in the days when the IRA was attacking police stations. Other than that, there's not been
police officers have been attacked.
Not for terrorism.
Yeah,
so no, they haven't. They haven't. Who? You tell me who.
Well, there was a police officer that was killed outside the Houses of Parliament on London Bridge.
Okay,
or whichever bridge it was.
Okay, but it was.
There was a PCSO that was killed very recently, where a chap was actually prosecuted for beating her to death.
Okay.
Is that not the case? There have been many other terrorist attacks.
All right. There has been
inadvertently where police officers have been seriously injured or
so there
killed.
has been terrorist attacks, and police officers have been involved, and I'll take that. But so have members of the public been involved too. So it's not just a security thing for the police alone. So you can't say it in the breath that it's. What I was saying is, yes, police officers have bravely put their lives at risk. Yeah, and again, I'm not going to take that away from any police officer. Yeah. But also, so there's been deaths for members of the public. Yeah, lots of deaths for the members of the public. And so therefore, when you said that, it's like I meant like specifically coming outside a police station, yeah, and having terrorist attacks. So that's what I meant specific.
Yes.
Yeah, and there hasn't been that.
But I'm talking about a general, because the sign that's in our police stations, in every police station, gives a risk and a threat assessment
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
the likelihood or possibility of
Yeah.
terrorist attacks.
Attacks where?
But it doesn't matter where.
Well, it doesn't matter,
No, but
because if it's
no, it
outside a
doesn't
police
matter
station.
where. No, but it doesn't. We are told about the generic threat that there
Okay,
is.
so are you telling us as a general public?
No.
No, you're keeping it to yourself then.
No, but it's not for us to tell you that. It's
Why
for the
not?
government and for the Home
No,
Secretary.
it's not for
to
you
tell
guys to tell us, but you know every day and we don't. It's a general thing. If there's a heightened threat, then we should all know. We hear it on the train, we hear it on the buses, we hear it all over the place. If you see something and it looks suspicious, report it. Yeah.
But
So
then
we
it's-
are told.
But then the thing is, it's not a specific threat necessarily.
Exactly, it's not specific.
To the public.
Or not to the
That's what
police
I said.
either. It's
But
not
it's a
specific to the
general-
police. It's a general threat.
assessment.
Exactly. So I don't see why you're more worried about yourself than I should be worried about myself, and all members of the public should be worried about themselves.
But you're asking about her. She's worried about a colleague.
Yeah, but that's what the thing is.
She's
Why
come
would
out
she
to
be
ask
worried
me,
about you?
but
You
she
said
can't see
terrorism.
anybody else, can she?
So, but why you mentioned terrorism? You can't mention terrorism and then say she came out worried. She came out worried and stood behind a gate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And asked me how I was.
Yeah,
if
but
I
that
was
wouldn't
okay.
that wouldn't have made much difference. If I was going to do something, then her standing behind that gate wouldn't have made much difference whatsoever. So she can ask you till the cows come home. If I was going to do anything, what's she going to do? She's got to open that gate first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why?
She have to open that gate. She can get through the other gate.
A little door. She's still got to get out. Yeah. So why bother ask? You know. Well, if she wants to make sure that you're all right, observe.
Checking on the welfare
Well,
of the colleague,
observe,
that's
observe. I mean, she could observe. She didn't need to come in and butt in and say, "Are you
We're
all right?"
digressing, aren't we?
Well, we are digressing, but
we were
well,
talking
I'm not
about-
digressing. I'm actually staying on track, and I'm just
are
conversing
digressing.
with you. Well, we're not. I'm just conversing with you to what you've just brought up in regards to terrorism. Terrorism threat, yeah, is not levelled at police stations. It's levelled in the general public, which I do agree.
It's levelled towards. It's levelled towards government buildings, and this is seen as a state government building, isn't it? Because of the very nature of what we do.
Okay, so let me just say, yeah, what I'm doing by coming out here is a lawful activity. Yeah, I can come out, right, so I can come out and I can film whatever I want, whoever I want. Yeah, so by her coming out and asking, "Are you all right?" it's actually disrespectful because I'm not doing anything wrong. So because I'm not doing anything wrong, for her to suggest, "Are you okay? Are you all right?" the inference is that I'm doing something to you, possibly against you. You get me? But because I'm not doing anything wrong, by the very fact that she came out is
this
not.
comes back to the point in which we were actually talking.
She
wasn't it,
shouldn't have.
about-
She should have
about
stayed where she was.
colleagues supporting each other. And although yes, you've used that term about closing ranks amongst each other to try and protect somebody that's done something inappropriate, but that's a perfect sign of a colleague that comes out to check on the welfare of another
Okay,
colleague.
so let me just say again, I'm not doing anything wrong.
Nobody said
Okay,
you
so
did anything
therefore,
wrong. 'Cause
there's
if she
no
thought you did
reason.
anything
No,
wrong, I'm sure she'd have come out and
no, but
addressed
there's
it.
no reason for her to come out at all because I'm not doing nothing. See, no, listen to what I just said.
Yeah.
Listen to what I just said. Don't just hear.
I did
Listen.
hear. I am listening.
Because I've not done anything wrong.
No, but the problem
No,
is-
no. That's like I'm standing outside the bank. What is she going to do? She's going to walk up to me and say, "Are you all right, mate?" She's not. She's going to walk about her business, and there's going to be nothing said. But because I'm standing outside a police station with a camera, she feels that she can come along and start inferring that something is wrong.
It's just.
But there's not, because I'm not doing anything illegal.
But this is just provocative, isn't it?
It's not
You-
provocative.
Yeah, but it is.
Have I
You're just being
provoked you?
provocative
Have
about
have
it,
I
aren't
provoked you?
No, but
Have I provoked you though?
but you're-
No, I'm asking you. Have I provoked you?
But you're
Have I
trying to.
provoked you?
You're trying
No, I'm
to.
not trying
She's
to.
just
I'm
come
not
out
trying
check on my
to.
welfare.
No, I'm actually
You
not
can
trying to
misconstrue
provoke
that
you.
in whichever way you
Again, the
choose.
police like to say what they feel that I'm doing, but I'm not somebody who's going to
Nobody
turn
said-
around and agree with
nobody
what you're
said
saying.
anything about
I've asked you a straight question. Have I provoked you?
You've tried to
When?
on several occasions.
When? Say one.
Yeah.
Say
Well,
one.
Why do I not know about this case?
That's
why
not-
do I
why
not
is it-
know about the training?
Yeah, but
why do I not?
so I can't ask questions like that.
No, but it's not about the question you ask. It's
Right.
about the manner in which you ask it.
So was I rude?
No, I thought you were provocative, which is why I've just used that word.
But if you feel that
And
I'm
I
being
felt that it was antagonistic, which is why I used that
Okay,
word. You
so-
didn't want to use that
so-
word, but I'm going to use
okay,
that word.
okay. So I feel then.
I feel threatened by the manner in which you've approached me whilst I'm leaving work.
I didn't
Videoed
approach you.
my
I didn't approach
registration
you.
number
I didn't
to start
approach you.
with. Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. You
Yeah,
said
you
to
did.
me not to film your thing.
Yes, as I was getting in the
So
car,
therefore you
approached
engaged
me.
with me. I didn't say anything to you.
I'm here. You were there.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
who's approached who then?
Yeah, but you
You've
engaged
approached
me.
No, don't try
No,
and
you
change
engaged
it.
me. No, I'm not trying to
You
change it. I'm telling you, it's on my
approached
camera. You said to me, don't film your car.
Yes.
Yeah? So therefore, if you hadn't said that,
And you only-
no,
and you
let me
only
finish, let me
agreed not
finish,
to do it
let me finish.
after I started
Hold
to
on,
speak
let me
to you.
finish. If you hadn't said that, I'd have been stood over there. I wouldn't have come over to you to say anything. But because you did speak to me, I did come over. But I didn't approach
You
you.
did engage me.
No,
No, you
I
did
didn't.
approach me.
I couldn't have
Because you've gone
approached
from
you
there to there.
because you told me not to film your car.
That's
If you
semantics,
hadn't,
isn't
no,
it?
it's not.
It
If
is
you hadn't said anything,
is.
you wouldn't have been standing here for an hour. You'd have got in your car, you'd have driven off, and I wouldn't have said a word because I wasn't going to come and say anything to you.
Come from the edge of the car park on the footpath, and you've approached me.
I
just asked you. I
did
didn't
not
approach
engage you first. You
I
said
asked
to
you
me,
not to video the
exactly,
registration of my
exactly.
private car.
So therefore you engaged me. You said something to me. And by saying something to me,
Yeah.
it made me say to you,
Again, it's provocative.
no, it's not provocative.
Yeah, it is.
Do you know why
It
it's
is.
not provocative?
It is.
Because I can film your car. So by you telling me not to do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why bother
Why
say
did you
it?
say that then?
I did.
Right.
But then I said to you, obviously, because we've had a conversation, see what you're trying to do now. You're trying to be, I'll use the word street term, smart, yeah? But you're not being smart to me because if you had got in your car and driven off,
No, but that
no,
wouldn't be-
I'm saying something. Let me finish. If you had got in your car
Yeah.
and driven off, I wouldn't have said a word,
No.
yeah? And therefore, I wouldn't have come over to you because you did say something to me, yeah? I did come over to you simply because to let you know that I can film your car, but then I did ask you a question.
Yeah.
Right. But if you
Out of the
hadn't,
goodness of my heart.
yeah, but that's
I
got
didn't
nothing to
wish-
do with nothing. If you hadn't said anything
No, but-
in the
no,
very
but it does,
beginning,
though.
no, it's not.
No, but it does.
It does.
though.
It doesn't
Because
make.
I could have
It
gone
doesn't
home
make no.
58 minutes
yeah,
ago.
and you could have gone home, but you would started talking about your car.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if
No,
you
no,
hadn't
I
started
didn't talk
talking,
about my car. I just asked you not to film my registration.
well, that's talking about your car.
Well, it's a polite request.
Is that talking about your car?
It's a polite
Is it
request.
talking about your car?
Well, of course it is. but it's
Well
a
then,
polite
so you just said that
request
you didn't.
for you
You're
to-
trying to make these things
Again,
up.
You're just being provocative.
No, I'm
again,
not being
aren't you?
provocative.
You are.
I'm standing
It's
up for myself.
argumentative.
No, I'm standing up for myself. I'm standing up for myself because you won't accept that you engaged me first. I didn't say a word to you.
But you-
Did I say?
no, but
Did I
you-
speak to you
but
first?
changed
I'm
the
asking
word
you.
from engaged
I'm asking
from
you.
having been
I'm asking you. Did I speak to you
approached. I didn't
first?
approach you. You approached me.
Okay. Did I speak to you first?
No.
Okay.
But I didn't say
Right.
that.
So
You
by
said
you
I
speaking to me,
approached you.
by
I
you
didn't
speaking
approach
to
you,
me,
did I?
that is an approach. If you say to somebody, "Oi," over the road,
I think we've had
right?
enough.
Don't you think you're approaching them?
No.
No. So that
just being
means
provocative
no. You're
now,
trying to
and
get.
now I'm gonna
You
leave.
tried to get my attention.
No, I didn't.
You did. You
I
said
just
not to
I asked you a
focus.
polite question.
Well, that's getting my
Said,
attention, isn't it?
And just
And you're
asked you,
now you're
please-
copsplaining again. That's what I keep on saying. You
No.
keep on the copsplain. You are you
No, you're
with
just being
with
provocative.
fist bumped, which I knew that probably wouldn't have was the best idea because, as I said,
Did we not have
the
a
reason,
civil conversation
yeah, but now
about
you're
some issues that
turning
you wanted
and you're
to-
trying to say, I done this and I done that. And let me just say to you, and it is on camera as well, yeah. The initial approach, and I'll define what approach is, yeah, came from yourself, yeah, by saying, yeah, about your number plate, yeah. I stepped forward and came towards you to speak about it, and then I started asking you questions about the disability, which is fair enough, yeah. But as I said, and I'm going to say this last time, yeah, whether you want to hear it, believe it or not, yeah, if you had come out, saw me filming, which I wasn't necessarily filming your number plate because I filmed you coming out, yeah, because I was filming the gates, and because of Pinnock, photography is not a crime, and I can film anything within a public area, and you're supposed to make privacy and
Nobody's made any issue.
right. Okay, so therefore,
So you've
yeah,
explained it at
if
least
you
4
hadn't
times, and
said
I
anything
haven't
to
said
me,
anything about it.
you'd have been on your way. I wouldn't have come up to you and started questioning to you, and therefore there would have been no engagement. But engagement, yeah, and
You
approach.
engaged me.
No, I can't have engaged you because you told me about the thing. Are you a police officer?
Yeah.
What? You're a detective sergeant,
Yeah.
and you won't let it go, will you? You actually approached me by saying to me about your number plate.
Semantics, isn't it?
It's
I
not
didn't
semantics,
approach you.
it's actual facts.
It was.
Why don't you understand that
polite
this has got to be
request.
factual?
Again, you're being provocative.
No, I'm not being provocative. I'm
are,
telling
it's
you.
Argumentative.
It's not being
You can stand there
argumentative.
smiling behind the camera.
Smiling?
You know, it would be a fair and appropriate interview.
Yeah.
See, which is why people like yourself have no credibility or limited credibility, because the very fact is, you know, people can't see you, but they can see me.
Of course they can see you.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know something? Do you know why?
And the fact that you're smiling behind the camera,
Yeah.
and and everything else is, it's provocative.
So you would want me to be on camera and we'll have this conversation.
Pardon?
You'd want me to be on camera and we'll have this conversation?
Yeah.
What would that do?
What would that do?
Yeah. I'd still be smiling because that's my nature. I'm a smiling person. I'd still be laughing. That wouldn't change.
But to me, it looks provocative.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you don't know me. But you don't know me. No, because now you're trying to tell me about my personality. Anyway, it's a really good conversation that we've had, and like I said, if you do like the content, please comment, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Great conversation that we've had. It did say to fist pump, and yeah, I did fist pump him, which you kind of think that maybe I shouldn't have done.
Because the chief constable is the figurehead for our constabulary. Now she's ultimately in charge of us all. She's responsible for us all. So everything that we say and do, she's responsible for.
Okay, just filming that little space. Nowhere does it say staff cars, private property, or anything like that. But inside it does say private car park. So there is some sort of signage, but it says staff and visitors parking on police sites do so at their own risk. So I should imagine that they open the gates for visitors, but as they're locked, they're securing entry. You're very rude officer, yeah, very rude. Say again? Say again?
I don't think I am.
No, I'm telling you, you are.
Right.
Yeah, that's me telling you. Yeah, you're rude. Okay. Next time, did you hear me ask you to identify yourself when you was walking off? You did. Yeah. Okay. That DS was trying to stick up for you. He was trying to say to me, "Oh, maybe she didn't hear. Maybe she had an earpiece in her." But now you've told me that you did hear. That you definitely were being rude. So I've just looked up the word approach, and it does mean to come towards somebody, of course, but also it says to speak to somebody for the first time. So I'm imagining that if you spoke to me first, that you are approaching me. So, well, I guess I'm right. And I've just looked up the word antagonise, and it says to cause somebody to become hostile. Considering the DS fist pumped me and said shake hands, it doesn't seem like I was actually acting in a hostile way. By him offering to shake my hand, it was actually a friendly gesture. So again, you know, they want to twist these words, but nah, I'm not having it.